Hello, my name is Milan Pernek. As a forest entomologist, I've been asked why we're talking about bog beetles when it comes to climate change and Mediterranean forests. Well, bog beetles are indeed organisms, insects that respond very quickly on climate change. They are really tree killers. But the question, what about other pests, is more than justified. And I will show you that some pests already change their behavior. And what I expect is some surprises in the future. And why I think like that is because we expect increase in temperature in the future, the frequency and intensity of drought. And this means a lot of stress for trees. But on the other hand, some pests, some insects will have more generations per year, could increase the density of the population or the distribution and so on. Some studies show it already how insects, wood-boring insects in this case, responds on drought periods. So species that have not been doing any damages so far will become pests. Some species will become more harmful than before, and some will stimulate other pests and diseases. I'll show you very quickly a few examples that already happened in Croatia. This is a charcoal disease, Biscogniauxia mediterranea. It was recorded a few years ago for the first time in Croatia. You see how quickly this tree becomes decayed and the trees die at the end. Another dramatic example is acute oak death. Already an outbreak on the island of Var is running. It is caused by a bacteria which use the jewel beetles, the native ones, to get from one tree to another. And under the bark, as you see on the left picture, under the bark, a decaying process happened. And it happened on a huge area. You see here, this dying crones are all from the home oak. The next example are the bark beetles. The Mediterranean bark beetle, Autotomicus erosus, caused huge problems in last few years in Croatia because it was never before recorded in such outbreak situation in Croatia, and they have now more generations per year than before. Another example is this longhorn beetle, Monohamus galloprovincialis, is also a native one, but they could carry nematodes with it, and the adults, they feed on twigs, and this is the entry point for the nematodes. Luckily, the native nematodes are not so pathogen, but this one, Rosaperenchus xylophilus, caused the pinebill disease and is a very, very dangerous disease. I will show you here the situation picture from Portugal and in Spain, where so many trees get killed from this nematode. Another insect that changed their behavior is the Drolimus pini, pine tree leopard moth. It is also the caterpillar caused some defoliation of Alpa pines, which never happened before in Croatia. And it is possible that trees are dying because the larvae feed in the springtime, destroying the new developed needles or buds, and this caused the death of trees. And Tomatopea pitiocamphites, the pine processionary moth, it is a model organism, very good studied in considering the climate change. Well, they spread because the temperature is increasing, and we have a little outbreak very close to Zagreb, which is really not Mediterranean region. So there are many others I could mention here, but the point is we could expect some surprises, and it is important that pests often play a key role in the process of tree decay because they keep the weakened tree from healing and the forest cannot recover. You can see it very clear on this picture. Left, home oak is attacked by the jewel beetle, so some twigs getting destroyed in the top of the tree. But after the bacteria infection, the trees are dying. So, how to mitigate these disaster consequences? Well, first of all, we should support the development of new opportunities and technologies. Injection devices are quite good developed in the last few years, and they could help recover trees, and they could be used also in forest. Soil excavation devices also they help the tree, but they are more for trees in the urban area. And next one is biological control of pests. Well, we should more invest in biological control mechanisms and use them in the forests. But very important is monitoring, because it is important to detect the pest and assess risk as early as possible. We have already some monitoring services, but it is not enough. We need local and regional monitoring experts. So early detection is the key, and this is somehow the take-home message. We should really detect the problem as early as possible, because then we have time to respond. So in this manner, I would like to thank you and say goodbye.